Yo, how's it going? It is your not so friendly neighborhood Diamond, and I'm back at it again with another video. But today, oh yes, today it is what you guys love. It is what's getting all the views right now on the channel. It is the only thing that you guys seem to like. Lost episodes. Today is a lost episode, and not just any lost episode. It's the lost episode of Spongebob. Now, SpongeBob is one of my favorite shows. Obviously, it's like everyone's favorite show. Low-key, SpongeBob is the most no, actually not low-key. High-key, SpongeBob is the most popular show ever, okay? Like, literally, everyone talks about SpongeBob. Whenever they mention cartoons, it's SpongeBob, okay? Memes, SpongeBob. SpongeBob is everywhere, okay? It's literally the talk of cartoons, okay? And, that's why, I realized I haven't even made a lost episode on it. I'm like, yo, what am I doing? You know, this is what the people want. I'm going to do it. Except that this time, I'm not the one to write the story. And that's only because people who, watch my videos, they like to watch the good quality videos that I make, that I put time into creating the pictures on Photoshop. And I know some of them don't look good. There's fake blood, and they think I use Microsoft Paint or something. No, I'm going on Photoshop, and obviously I don't put that much effort into it, but I'm putting a lot of time, okay? Literally days go into editing this video to make the best viewing experience, right? And they don't get appreciation. In the comments, I get the most meanest comments ever. And literally the nicest comment I had in a long time went something like this: "You have such an amazing voice or commentary. You can really tell these scary stories. This is for you," or something like that. It went along those lines. But yeah, she's appreciating my voice for commentary, dude. You know how much that made me smile? Like, you don't even know. Like, that was such a nice comment. Way much better than the refresher for all the fake that I get in the comment section. And I know you guys are gonna listen to me now, and you're gonna go in the comment section right now and just use the same thing again. Fake. This isn't real. Is this real? I think this is fake. Don't trust them. Like, literally, dude, I'm telling you right now, I don't know if this is real or it's fake, because this time I didn't write it, okay? Okay. On the internet, I searched up SpongeBob lost episode, and the first or second thing that came up was a SpongeBob suicide. That's what it's called on the headlines and whatever. And we're just gonna get into it. SpongeBob. Let's get into it. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Play the intro. Does anyone remember the SpongeBob episode, The Sponge Who Could Fly, that aired in March 2003? It was dubbed the Lost Episode by its commercials based on the episode's storyline, where Patchy the Pirate uses the treasure map to find the SpongeBob episode that he lost. The night before the episode was aired, I was sick with the neurovirus. I was vomiting every 5 minutes or so, and I was feeling way too sick to fall asleep, so I stayed up and watched TV. Around 2:30 a.m., my stomach started to settle, so I planned to turn off the TV and try to fall asleep, but as I reached for the remote control, the opening for the SpongeBob TV show started playing. SpongeBob was my favorite show at the time, so I couldn't miss out on watching it. Although, I thought it was kind of strange that they were showing SpongeBob in the middle of the night. But I didn't think too much of it. When the opening played, I noticed that the contrast of the animation was slightly darker than usual, and the theme song sounded a bit harsh and raspy. This made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. But I also tried brushing that off. The title card read, Lost Episode. So I figured that there was a mishap, or Nickelodeon was accidentally airing the SpongeBob Who Could Fly. When the episode started playing, it immediately looked out of the ordinary. It started off with SpongeBob sitting on his bed, slouched and looking downward with a somber look on his face. This was definitely not like him. SpongeBob was always so optimistic. All of my attention is now on SpongeBob, and I just kept asking myself, why? Why is SpongeBob showing at this time, and why is he sitting on his bed acting so strange? It didn't feel right. After about 10 seconds of seeing SpongeBob like this, he let out a big sigh, then looked over to his bedside barrel, and the screen zoomed in on a pill bottle that was sitting beside his clock. Once the screen zoomed in close enough to read the text on the bottle, it showed that it was a Prozac bottle. The show then panned to a scene with a much brighter contrast, showing SpongeBob taking one of the pills, then running off, smiling and laughing. The fact that SpongeBob had to take pills to be, well, himself made me feel uneasy, especially because mental disorders and antidepressants are more mature themes that obviously shouldn't be placed in a kid's cartoon show. It should be noted that this was seen on a show intended for kids. The screen then flipped back to the original scene of SpongeBob looking distressed, while at the same time changing the contrast back to a darker one. The screen froze on SpongeBob for a few seconds, then flickered to a new scene. This scene showed SpongeBob at his desk, the same one that he was in the episode Procrastination, with his Prozac bottle, a piece of paper, and a pencil. In this scene, instead of staying at one contrast, the colors kept on flickering from light to dark. SpongeBob gripped the pencil in his hand, and a tear rolled down his face. The part that bothered me the most was that the tear didn't even look like the usual blue, the cartoon-style tears that the characters in SpongeBob usually cry out. This tear looked completely realistic, as if there had been a drop of water rolling down from my TV from his eye. SpongeBob wiped the tear from his face with his sleeve and began to write on the piece of paper, reading out loud what he was writing. "I can't take it anymore," he said. As soon as he got that sentence out, a faint noise started playing in the background. It sounded like a child crying. This noise continued playing as SpongeBob continued writing. "My life has been horrible and hasn't even gotten better. My best friend Patrick is only my best friend because he doesn't know any better. My neighbor Squidward hates my guts. He would probably be happy if he wasn't around me anymore." SpongeBob stopped writing and talking and started weeping loudly. The color flickering started getting faster, and the cries in the background started getting louder, and it sounded like more children were beginning to cry. It could have just been my imagination, but I remember hearing one of those children very faintly yell, "He's gonna do it!" The children's cries got louder, and the colors kept flickering faster as SpongeBob keeps writing. "The only job I can get is being the fry cook at the Krusty Krab. My boss, Mr.Krabs, refuses to give me an actual paycheck, and he basically uses me to get more customers. I'm in my 20s, and I still don't even have my driver's license. Sandy is the only girl I've ever had in my life, and even she's just a friend. She's never had any interest in me. I'm pretty sure she's only my friend because she feels sorry for me. I'm sorry if I'm hurting anyone at all for doing this, but I just can't live like this anymore." The screen froze for a few seconds. Then the show continued with SpongeBob writing his final sentence. The contrast stayed dark instead of flickering from light to dark, and the children stopped crying. It was absolute silence except for SpongeBob saying, "Goodbye." The cries came back. SpongeBob quickly stood up, twisted off the lid of the Prozac bottle, dipped his head back, let all of the pills in the bottle fill into his mouth, and swallowed them all whole. The screen twitched and the animation was darker, but still visible. SpongeBob clutched his stomach and vomited realistic, pale greenish-orange stomach bile. It was clear that his body was trying to cleanse itself from the overdose, but it was no use. SpongeBob collapsed onto the floor, lied there motionless until the screen turned to static. Needless to say, I was scared out of my mind, and sleep was out of the question. Recently, I've been looking for this episode all over the internet, but not even one website seems to have it. If you recognize this episode, please let me know. And yeah, that's how it ends. If you guys did enjoy this lost episode of SpongeBob, then please leave a like and go in the comment section and say that you enjoyed it, so that I know very well that I should make another video, another lost episode video. And tell me what show you want me to make a lost episode of next. And if it's not lost episode, I do stuff from storytelling of my actual life stories and all this different stuff. Tell me if you guys actually have heard of this episode. I never had. I don't think this is a real thing. I honestly don't think this is real. But if you've had the same episode pop up on your TV at some point, then let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you check out my merchandise, link in the description. If it's up there or not, summer collection, it should be in there now. And subscribe for more, please. I love you. Goodbye. Diamond out and about. Like a trout, but like a fish. No sticks. You know what's up. Bye.
Today's first lesson will be on turning.
24.
And there comes a giant fish!
No! That's not an action figure. That's the real Squidward. I shrunk him by accident.
Oh. And there comes a giant...